Explain prehistoric Halo lore to your girlfriend. I got you. There's a race of aliens called the Precursors. They are gods. They created everything. Now, for the purposes of understanding prehistoric lore, there's really only two races of aliens you need to know about, and that's humans, those gods' perfect creations and their favorites, and then their bratty brother, the Forerunners. Okay, the Forerunners are violent. They think everyone should bow to them. They think they're better than everyone else. Now, Precursors were getting pretty tired of being the leaders of the galaxy. It's a very heavy responsibility, and they wanted to hand that off to someone who better than their perfect little creations, humans. But remember the bratty brother, the Forerunners. They got wind of this, and the Forerunners, again, very violent by nature, they go on a genocidal mania, killing pretty much all of the Precursors, their creators and creators of the galaxy. Now, the very few Precursors that are still alive get pretty upset about this, understandably so, and they decide that this galaxy, it's a wash. We should just start over. So they decide to do something about it, and this is, quite literally, the proverbial Noah's flood. They go into hibernation and decay into a really fine dust. Over millennia, the dust decays into something else. That dust is then sent out into the galaxy, and humans accidentally find it, not knowing what it is. They start running tests on it, and they realize that it has some sort of calming effects. They think it's some sort of medicinal thing. And they give it to their dogs to calm them down. Over time, the dogs start going crazy. The dogs start eating each other. The dogs start eating humans, and this starts the flood. The flood goes rampant, consuming entire planets. Humans are on the run, and they start blowing up planets that the flood is found on. Unfortunately, however, some of these planets are inhabited by the Forerunners. Remember, those bratty brothers. The Forerunners then, without any hesitation or explanation or trying to talk to the humans at all, in fact, there's some recent lore in which humans are trying to explain the flood to the Forerunners and the Forerunners just ignore them, they wage a 1,000-year war against humanity. Humans lose and are reset back to cavemen. The Forerunners then realize, oh crap, they weren't blowing up our planets just for the fun of it, but because of this really nasty parasite. The Forerunners then devise a plan to deal with that parasite, and because they're genocidal maniacs, it involves killing the entire galaxy. They make the Halos, kill the entire galaxy, but luckily one Forerunner had the forethought to revive the galaxy with the genetic makeup of the aliens across the entire galaxy. Each alien is grown in a lab and sort of fostered after by a few remaining Forerunners, and then they're sent off to their planets. After that, human history plays out exactly like it does in our actual real world.